Ladies and gentlemen, it's day 9's day off, it's Friday. The sun is pouring in through my room, exposing this half of my face. Fortunately, darkness lies to the left. I am pumped, I am amped, I am rather peppy because I just beat BioShock Infinite and it blew my mind! That was gross! Now I'm gonna play Thomas Was Alone because I love platformers. That was truly revolting. That was gross. Really thrilled. Alright, let me just make sure these settings are correct. I think this is a... Is this keyboard only type game? Alright, this is an indie game. I'm going to pull the keyboard into my lap because I'm pretty sure it's a keyboard game. And I feel like being leisurely. Move all my cords out of the way. New game. Never played this. My roommate recommended it. The program was a failure. People forget this. It was a massive flop. The coders started adding name strings to the owls as a joke. Thomas AT23612 wasn't special. It was just an owl in the right place. Oh, whatever.
Thomas was alone. Wow. A weird first thought to have.
Oh wait, can I use my thing? Oh, thank God. Oh, I hate using keyboard when I can use controller. Woo! Oh, I can jump up in this bitch.
Thomas decided to start listing his observations for posterity.
Oh, how lovely.
1. The whole alone thing. 2. Portals. They led somewhere. He'd yet to work out where. 3. Falling. Thomas was absolutely fantastic at falling. He was almost as good at falling as he was at observing.
I love platformers.
Okay, interesting. Thomas couldn't fall past this block. Think, damn it, think. What if there was some kind of inverted fall? Some way to... what's the word? Jump. It worked! Thomas had solved the great inverted fall mystery.
This is such a different tone from BioShock. By the way, is we got sounding good? Sounds alright?
A big jump. But Thomas noted there was no real danger in missing it. The world didn't want him to fail here. It was pushing him.
Gently. Rather gently.
This all seemed a little dangerous. The world was not to be trusted. It was unstable, and it seemed to Thomas that it could let him down at any moment. He was stuck. Thomas wondered whether the portals were actually taking him anywhere. He felt like he was making progress, but there wasn't really any way to know. He seemed to be moving predominantly up and to the right, which might, or might not, be important.
I just bumped it up. Just bumped up that game volume.
It might have been paranoia again, but Thomas could have sworn the world was becoming more complicated. It always seemed to be one step ahead of his skills.
That's so coy.
It had been designed just for him. He wondered why. Was the world testing him? No. Too obvious.
Alright, screen's now adjusted. Sound good now? I just bumped it up a little bit.
Something about the boiling, toxic, glowing water intimidated Thomas. He didn't like it. He certainly didn't want to swim in it. He made another mental note.
Which I'll never know about. The narrator is kind of quiet for me too, but...
was getting to Thomas. No amount of observation or obsessive note-taking could combat that.
I like these 2D lighting effects, they're pretty sweet. No! The controls are kind of weird. Like, if you stop holding the control stick, you immediately fall straight down. So, getting used to it. Dirt burger. No. Like right there. I gotta hold me button. I'm used to Mario style, where you have a little bit of momentum in the air. Look at that, I just like dropped straight down.
Thomas had a new theory. The world was training.
Thomas had a new theory. The world was training him.
Getting smarter.
Where'd my sound go?
There was the mental list to consider. Over the minutes and seconds since his spontaneous
I fucking kicked my power out.
Jumper. He was evolving. He just wished
We got sound.
he had someone to share it with.
No, I hit the jump button. Come on. Come on. What? I'm hitting jump fucking... I submitted hundreds of bug reports. Told that idiot this would happen. Overlapping scripts, more than one AI was bound to be spawned into an environment at some point. Turns out I missed the point.
Chris took an immediate and deep dislike to the skinny red rectangle. Who the hell did this Thomas think he was?
Ah.
Chris had been doing fine. He wasn't the highest jumper, but he'd held his own. He'd even been graceful at times. Well, not actually. Not technically graceful, it's probably the wrong word, but you know, fine. There was that skinny little runt leaping about like he owned the place.
Oh! Yeah, puzzle platforming.
Okay, this was more like it. A glowy white thing. Only Chris could get to it, which of course made it all the more enticing. What would it do? What new opportunity might this switch open up to him?
Haha.
Great. Another chance for Thomas to jump slightly higher than Chris. How fortunate. Seriously. This made the whole switch pressing thing entirely worthwhile. Was this good? Because on the surface, it did not seem good. Chris was pretty scared. Little Red seemed fine, happy to be on his merry little adventure. Chris couldn't shake the feeling that things had taken a significant turn for the worse since Thomas had joined him. Sure, he'd been able to piggyback his way to ever so slightly higher platforms, but where had that got him? Well, to ever so slightly higher platforms, which was sort of his point.
Oh, shit butts. Oh, I can make these jumps? Yeah, no shit butts necessary! This game's cute. I like that everything's on tilt.
Chris stared at Thomas with pure hatred. He seemed so very happy at their situation. Friends together, a brave fellowship of quadrilaterals on a quest for greatness. That would be fine. But it was all the obvious observation that Thomas was doing which grated. Every time they saw something vaguely new, Chris would hear a satisfied little from the vaulting idiot. He hoped the next portal would split them up, if only for a few levels.
Ooh! Ooh! Yes! Yeah! This game is so nice.
He knew that this was his chance. A moment
Oh shit.
to shine. This was game day.
Huh. Oh, I see what I gotta do. I gotta jump up like this. Ha ha ha!
This would not do. John needed room to show off his exceptional skills. As it was, he was trapped on the wrong side of these little dot things. Where did they come from, anyway?
Getting it done.
John inhaled the air of the open space, and it smelled of awesome. Time to flex those muscles, to put his training to use, time to show those little dots how it was done. John
I've had enough narration.
decided to press the switch, to let the little dots catch up with him. John cared for his new allies. You could tell from the sympathetic expression practiced in the mirror all these years.
Go, little square! Oh, butts. Well, double butts. Alright, let's see here.
John was happy to keep helping.
John.
He felt it was important to his image that he was seen to help the little guys.
Oh my god. Is this Chris? I know this is Thomas, but Chris just totally sucks. Oh, Chris, come on, man. I found the light singularity.
He didn't mind them so much either. The red one, Thomas, had a charming way of applauding every time John jumped.
Fuck! Thomas, you're now alone again.
The angry orange one was less immediately likable, but his unremitting cynicism and tutting amused John.
Oh my god, Chris, come on. Oh, thank God. Chris. Good night, Narwhal.
This was interesting. A floating target. This would require coordination, balance, and timing. John was sure the dots would be lost, but he was happy to guide them to triumph. Maybe that's what the dots were for. They were there to extend John's reach, to make his performance even more impressive. John liked the thought.
John was a total and utter douchebag. Oh my god, failure states in this game are painful. Ah! I gotta remember that bounce. The initial group possessed simple variations and strength, more complex variations were never able to spread variations to get the extreme! Alright.
So, this was how Claire would die. She knew it would happen eventually.
Jesus.
She was rubbish at jumping.
Claire is
She
gigantic.
moved slowly. She felt a little like her continued existence was breaking some kind of natural order. The crumbling pillar was a dramatic death, she supposed.
Can she float?
Wait. What?
Oh!
Claire couldn't shake the feeling that she was not, in fact, dead. It was at that moment that Claire realized she had superpowers.
Claire.
She'd need a cape. There was no getting around that. You couldn't be a superhero without a cape. Claire didn't want confusion. If you saw a cape, that made matters clear. You knew what you were dealing with. Claire was all about communication. And, you know, floating in water, which was her superpower.
So good, exactly what I needed. Come on, I'm hit and jump, I am not a nude. Uncanny accuracy.
Alright, fear not, my skinny friends, for I am Claire, and I will save you. Claire needed to come up with a superhero name as soon as possible.
How about buoyant? The buoyancy. Much like in Korean, not the Korean, the wonderful Japanese anime Read or Die, where the main character's name is The Paper. Her name is The Paper because she can control paper.
Claire arrived just in time, which was, of course, the perfect moment for superheroes to arrive.
Claire, you let that man die.
Claire arrived just in time, which was, of course, the perfect moment for superheroes to arrive.
Oh, it's raining, which means it's gonna fill up. Let's get up on Claire. The paper.
As the water began to rise, Claire vowed to save this little rectangle in as many restarts as it took. Claire wondered if Thomas
Move!
was a good sidekick. Or was she more the lone Avenger type? She'd like that. The sole hero in a world of rectangles and conveniently placed pools of toxic water.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, not this completely worthless square again. Uh-oh. Well, I'll be damned.
The others told Claire that staircases were a bit of a fixture here. Claire wondered why the world made it so difficult.
Oh, almost got squished. Claire! Alright.
nemesis. A villain who would show their true colours at the worst possible moment, hurting all she held dear. Chris was the most obvious choice. He seemed stroppy enough, and his jump was so pathetic that it conveniently avoided Claire's insecurities. Yes, Chris. Diabolical Chris. The fiendish Christopher.
Oh, I'm nailing these levels, man. That said, I'm gonna... I almost want to remove the voice over volume. Actually, on level 2-7, I'm gonna take a break. I need coffee. I'm feeling yawny. Just gonna get some coffee because I'm feeling yawny. Bam. We'll be back in a sec.